Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on the Matty J Wrestling channel, and let's get right into it with the SummerSlam predictions. So, I'm recording this Friday before SmackDown. So, since I'm recording this before SmackDown, if any matches get added to the card tonight, they will be they will be at the end of the video without me talking, and it will just be flashing on the screen who I'm picking. And if that any matches get added after I upload this, I will then put my predictions into the comments. Okay, so now that we've got the basics out of the way, Sonya Deville versus Mandy Rose hair versus hair match. I applaud these two because they're looking like they're going to be able to put on this match even after the thing that happened a few days ago to both of them. If you didn't know, Sonya Deville almost got kidnapped and held hostage in her own home. Thankfully, that did not happen, and Mandy Rose was also in the house, so she could have also been held hostage just as much as Sonya Deville. So I applaud them for being able to go on with this match even after that. And I have mixed feelings with this. I feel like Sonya Deville should be picking up the victory here, just because I feel like she's a great wrestler, great heel. But on the other hand, babyfaces always win hair versus hair matches, and Mandy Rose already has some of her hair cut off and has already been styled in a way that it doesn't look bad. So my pick is Mandy Rose, but I'm rooting for Sonya Deville. But Mandy Rose, considering that she didn't just leave her hair a mess and just have it be however Sonya cut it, and she got it trimmed up, that makes me believe that Mandy Rose will be winning the match, and Sonya Deville will be bald at the end of the night. And I think it's probably just gonna help Sonya Deville if that she's bald. Yeah. United States Championship match: Apollo Crews versus the leader of the Hurt Business, MVP. Apollo Crews is probably going to be dropping the title to Bobby Lashley in the near future, possibly at Payback. So Apollo Crews is winning the match. MVP doesn't need a title, and it's a one-on-one match with no interference. So I think Apollo Crews winning this match and then losing it to Bobby Lashley a week later. I think that's what's going to happen. That's my predictions for the United States Championship match. Next up on the list, Raw Tag Team Championships. The Street Profits up against Andrade and Angel Garza. Montez Ford had been poisoned a few weeks ago, and we have video evidence to lead us to believe that it was Zelina Vega who did it. So as of right now, we believe Zelina Vega did it, but that could always be proven wrong eventually. But my pick here is Andrade and Angel Garza. While I did enjoy the Street Profits and Viking Raiders entire thing, I enjoyed it. I thought it was quite a different change of pace, and I enjoyed the match, whatever you want to call what happened at Backlash. I enjoyed it, but that does not mean that they have had a good title run, because they've only defended against the Viking Raiders, and that's all I can remember them defending against. So Andrade and Angel Garza, definitely the future of the company. I think this is obviously gonna be Andrade and Angel Garza winning it, and probably gonna be a rematch at Payback. Next, we have Seth Rollins versus Dominick Mysterio in a street fight. Really, though, you can really call this Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy versus Dominick Mysterio and Rey Mysterio, because both of them are going to be out there and probably be fighting just as much. So Dominick Mysterio in his first match definitely has been training for a while, and I think Dominick Mysterio picks up the win here. We then see Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy fight each other, rather at Payback or the pay-per-view after. And then we have Murphy win that and Seth Rollins get ridden off TV because he has a baby on the way. Not him, his wife, Becky Lynch. Wife, or I don't know if they're married yet. I'm almost positive they are, but I could be wrong. So Dominick Mysterio to win this match. Oh. Now we have the women's title matches. I couldn't care less who wins these matches, because I know at the end of the day, Sasha and Bayley are gonna go over like they have every match they're in. I rooted for Sasha and Bayley to win the tag titles. And then they did. And I was excited. And then Sasha attacked Auska. And then I was upset. And I regretted rooting for Sasha and Bayley. Because Sasha didn't need to win the title. And I would have been okay with the rivalry between Sasha and Auska if they didn't put the title on Sasha and they were building up rather Bianca Belair or Shayna Baszler to challenge Auska next. They did not do that, and instead they just put the title on Sasha Banks a week, not even on Extreme Rules, no. The week after. The Monday after. No. The Monday after that. And here's the great thing. Bianca Belair and Shayna Baszler return to TV. The go-home show before Extreme Rules. Why were they not there the whole time? Why did the belt ever go on Sasha? She's a SmackDown wrestler. The tag titles should not mean you can go after singles titles, because you're only there to fight to defend those titles. So Bayley and Auska is going to be going first. Bayley should win this. Bayley is the only one that can win this. Bayley is a SmackDown star. Auska is a Raw star. And this is for the SmackDown title. So only the SmackDown participant should have the title. Then we go to the Sasha Banks versus Auska. And Asuka's the Raw star in this. Sasha Banks is a SmackDown star, should not have the Raw title, should not be challenging for a Raw title. So Auska wins this one. Don't ask me how she is gonna lose one match and then win the match immediately after, because I don't know. WWE has ruined their women's division ever since Becky and Charlotte have left. This women's division has just gotten so bad. It's gotten so bad since they left. I was getting bored of Becky's title run. I was bored of Charlotte. But at least when they had the titles, they were on that actual brand. And they weren't, well, Charlotte was burying the entire women's division too. So 3 out of the 4 horsewomen have buried the entire women's division this year alone. Becky thankfully hasn't, so, and Becky's the least likely to come back. Damn it, WWE. Please put the title on other people. And I'm gonna say this here. Sasha Banks and Bayley should be feuding soon. And they don't need a title to have a feud. As we see with Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, they don't have a title there. And they are the best, and they are the most interesting and best women's match on this card. Sasha Banks and Bayley don't need a title to put on a good match and have a good story. Put the title on Mandy Rose. Have Bayley drop it to Mandy Rose. Have Sasha or Auska. No, have Sasha drop it to Auska and Auska face Shayna Baszler. Then you have Bayley and Sasha Banks without singles titles, fighting each other for no titles. And at Payback, since they're going to be defending their tag titles, have them lose it there too. They have buried the entire women's division. Raw women's division has looked like a joke ever since Sasha won the title. Bayley has not put one woman on SmackDown over in the end. So. And also, Sasha Banks went to NXT, fought the NXT Women's Champion, and didn't put her over. She didn't put the NXT Women's Champion over. Why not? Why did Auska have to come out there to spray Sasha? You could have had Io win clean, and it would have made Io look good. Instead, it makes Io and Auska as a duo look good, and that duo should not be happening within the next few years. I'm sorry to the following: Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair, The Iconics, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss. Never mind. Bliss has actually been doing good. Nikki Cross, though. Nikki Cross. Definitely sorry to you. Sorry to Mandy Rose. Sorry to Sonya Deville. You know what? Sorry to Alexa Bliss. Sorry to Naomi. Sorry to Lacey Evans. Sorry to Tamina. This women's division has gotten so bad since Becky and Charlotte left. And it didn't have to. WWE just saw, hey, you know what? There's 2 horsewomen left. So obviously they have to have all of the titles. And it came at the expense of the entire women's division. I made my predictions. Moving on. Universal Championship, Braun Strowman versus The Fiend. Bliss is definitely interfering in this match. For who? Or for anyone? I have no idea. The Fiend has attacked Alexa Bliss. Braun Strowman has attacked Alexa Bliss. So rather Braun Strowman. I think Braun Strowman is just acting like he doesn't care about Bliss to protect her, which has worked. And the Fiend's the Fiend, so The Fiend has to win this match. Braun Strowman has had not the best title run. I enjoyed the Swamp fight, and I enjoyed his match against Firefly Funhouse Bray. but that handicap match was not good. The music video, though, the music from Miz and Morrison, that was good, though. Besides that, yeah, Braun Strowman's had a pretty bad title run. And the Fiend should definitely have the title. What will the Fiend do with the title? I don't know. And we have a pay-per-view a week later. Why do we have a pay-per-view a week later? Oh, because Sasha and Bayley need to defend their tag titles. Okay, I went back to that. I'm sorry. But so, I'm expecting to see another Universal Championship match there. What will that match be? I don't know. Will it be Alexa Bliss versus The Fiend? Will it be Alexa Bliss versus Braun Strowman? Will it be The Fiend versus Braun Strowman 2.0? We will sadly find out in a week. But The Fiend is leaving SummerSlam with the Universal Championship. Now, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton, WWE Championship. This has been a good feud. Randy Orton has just been putting on great work, and Drew McIntyre has been doing great work. I can't name a bad Drew McIntyre match this entire time, since he's had the titles. And Randy Orton has had the greatest wrestling match ever. So, this match is a good one. It can go either way, and I love the fact that WWE has been able to put a WWE Championship match on that either way comes out on that either whoever wins, and it's a good thing, and you don't know which one it's gonna be. I'm going with Drew McIntyre because I don't want them to just take the title off of him just so we can get a pop in front of a crowd to win it back. But Randy Orton does deserve the title. Does deserve a title right now. So maybe you don't want to have Drew hasn't lost a match in so long, and Randy Orton hasn't lost a match since WrestleMania. So I'm excited for this, though. I'm excited for it. Whoever wins, good for them. Can't wait to see what they do next. Can't wait to see the rematch that's going to happen at Payback. That should not be a pay-per-view going on. That's besides the point. That was my SummerSlam predictions. There might be more coming up right now. If any are coming up right now, there will be a freeze frame right now. Okay, so that was my predictions, and can't wait to watch it. Well, I can't say I can't wait to watch it. I can definitely wait for the women's title matches, but I don't want to see them in the first place. But besides that, though, yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend for wrestling.